From Egypt to Jordan, Lebanon to South Sudan, we are seeing the church come to life in every ministry, event, and every heart. The year began with a meaningful visit to Juba, where the church celebrated a couple's wedding with a spiritual reflection and heartfelt sharing. A conference was held centered on the theme of grace, its importance in the life of every believer, how to remain rooted in it, and how to move away from legalism. The church also revisited the biblical standards for discipleship, with a focus on reflecting Christ in every area of life, at home, at work, in relationships, and within the church. The teen ministry in Juba is thriving. The teens are actively serving in the church's worship team, and 2 of them have studied the Bible and got baptized. The church continues to pray for God to be glorified in their lives. Leaders from the Awil Church also attended the conference and received training on effective leadership, along with practical and biblical solutions to address challenges in ministry. Upon returning to Awil, after a 24-hour bus journey, they began sharing the grace-centered studies with their congregation. The first quarter concluded with the baptisms of 5 disciples in Awil, a beautiful reminder of God's ongoing work and the power of His Word. May God continue to bless and guide His church across South Sudan. At the center of our church in Egypt, a beautiful journey has begun. Our theme, The Path to Flourish, has shaped every part of the church life this year. As Jeremiah 17 reminds us, "Blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in Him. They will be like a tree planted by the water. Its leaves are always green. It never fails to bear fruit." We are learning to draw from our internal resources to flourish, not expect an external change in our circumstances. Flourishing starts from the heart and overflows to our communities, much like Paul's example in Romans 16. The first quarter of the year has already been full of life, joy, and meaningful moments. Our activities have reflected this spirit. One of the most touching events we had been a special conference where fathers and their kids spent a weekend together. They laughed and shared unforgettable moments, learning how to truly spend time together, building lasting relationships, and reflect the love of Jesus within the family. Our married couples set sail, literally. A beautiful day on a boat became an opportunity to dive deeper into God's vision for marriage. We learned each other's needs and how to fulfill them. February was filled with warmth, affection, as we celebrated Valentine's Day with the entire church. Everyone felt loved and appreciated, from the youngest to the oldest. Also, the couples in the marriage ministry went out and made new memories with their loved ones. In March, we honored the incredible mothers in our church with a beautiful celebration. It was a day of appreciation for the women who carry so much on their shoulders. We reflected on the vital role that women and mothers play, not only in their families, but in the society and within the church. The campus and singles ministry is witnessing an amazing change in both our spiritual walk and number. We started off with 0 visitors to more than 10 visitors, who most of them are studying the Bible. They also had a full-day refreshing trip to the Red Sea, where they spent it enjoying the fellowship and, most importantly, learning more about Jesus. We had an incredible time celebrating Women's Day under the theme One Voice, One Purpose, with worship, games, dance, and powerful lessons. We also had heartfelt shares from many amazing women. Life with God is not just about commitment, but about true, joyful flourishing. The church in Jordan began the year with a deep dive into the Gospel of John, focusing on who Jesus truly is. Exploring his character has been both inspiring and transformative, naturally stirring our hearts toward greater faith and devotion. Our family meetings have centered on Jesus and the church, covering essential topics such as prayer, discipleship, and eldership. This theme has been woven throughout our ministries, impacting both our youth and married groups in meaningful ways. We also celebrated special moments together, including our Valentine's gathering and Women's Day, strengthening our bonds of love and unity. The spirit of family and togetherness continues to thrive, and our youth meetings are flourishing. We rejoice in the addition of 2 new members to our church family and are encouraged by the growing number of visitors. Through every situation, both joyful and challenging, we see God's hand at work, guiding and shaping us for His purpose. Over the past 4 months, the Church of Christ in Lebanon have witnessed incredible growth and transformation. After completing our Deep Roots series, we launched a new initiative called Deeper Roots, designed to help our members assess their spiritual maturity and grow deeper in their relationship with God. We've been blessed to witness 4 baptisms during this time, each a powerful testimony of faith and new life in Christ. Our youth ministry has flourished, with young people meeting every week to grow together in faith, friendship, and purpose. We also launched a new ministry for teens, giving them a space to lead and thrive spiritually. In February, we held our annual marriage retreat titled Blueprints for a Healthy Marriage, where around 30 couples gathered to strengthen their bond through God's design for marriage. For Women's Day and Mother's Day, we hosted a special event also titled One Voice, One Purpose. Women came together to explore the contrasts between modern feminism and God's beautiful design for womanhood. During the Resurrection Week, our youth prepared a powerful and successful theater production, which drew around 220 attendees. Following the performance, we hosted an art exhibition featuring the incredible talents of our youth. Alongside the church's spiritual growth, Hope Worldwide Lebanon has been actively serving on the ground as first responders in times of crisis. Over the past 4 months, 3 impactful programs have been running. A relief program supporting over 25 families affected by the ongoing Lebanese conflict, providing food, medicine, and emergency aid. Stitched, a women's empowerment initiative teaching sewing skills to women and teens, creating income and supporting children with special needs. What About Me, a trauma-informed program helping underprivileged teens build resilience and emotional health through guided group sessions. God is moving in mighty ways, and we are grateful to be part of His work here in Lebanon. In an undisclosed country in the region, we have an online ministry that draws over 100,000 followers through social media, sharing the message of Christ and bearing witness to His love. They host weekly discipleship, marriage, and deep roots classes, helping many grow in their faith journey. What an incredible start to the year across all our churches, from spiritual depth to joyful celebration, from baptisms to leadership training. We are flourishing because God is faithful, but this is only the beginning. We ask you to continue praying for each of these churches, for their leaders, their members, and their communities. And if you're able, we invite you to support this mission so that even more lives can be touched by the gospel. To God be all the glory.